Feels good to be back.
Hey, Tony, how come you're wearing two watches?
There's only one watch, buddy.
It's one watch.
It's Tony time.
What were you listening to in the headphones?
Barry Gordy's The Glow.
What is that?
Yeah. You ever watch Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon?
Oh, a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it's old school, guys. You guys don't know.
Could we see your eyes?
No.
No? Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. Be out of character.
Where was the woo? There was no wooing sound during the face-offs or after the face-offs.
I saved that for Khabib.
How are you feeling 48 hours out?
I'm feeling really good. My weight's really well. I'm just really excited to be here again and be in front of all you guys. Sorry I gave you guys so much shit. Sorry but not sorry, you know what I'm saying?
What was behind all that, man?
It was just a rough time, man. It's just seeing you guys go from, being like one of my biggest supporters to like seeing all the bullshit on the stage and having you guys support all the bullshit. It kind of irked me a little bit. So I paid attention to everybody that was actually doing all the shit that I didn't really like. And pick and choose who I really like in this game. And the ones that are real, I'll be real too. Straight up.
You brought the belt with you. Is that important for you to I don't know, as a sign or as a, like, why was it so important to bring the belt?
Well, since nobody wants me to have it anymore, that's why I brought it. So it's the one biggest thing that I love. I think when I had it, I really didn't appreciate it. It's only so funny that when you have something and it goes away, that you actually start appreciating it. And I think my fans were the same way. They didn't appreciate me. They appreciated my videos and they liked my media that I was posting out there. You guys have to understand. I created a character, an idea. Same thing as Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You guys think that's cringy and that's me? That's not fucking me. You guys don't even know me. You think you do, but you don't know shit. The fucking real truth is that me deep inside the sweat, inside the octagon, that's fun in games. But the competitor side of me is a completely side of me being a father and a husband. So that's the side I don't even fucking let you guys even touch base on.
Tony, a lot of Hispanic people is supporting you. How do you feel about that?
It's good. Para mi gente, sí. Me siento muy fuerte. Y mi energía es para puro este fin de semana. Es para Anthony Pettis. Anthony Pettis es un hombre muy fuerte. Su estilo es muy suave, pero mi estilo es mejor. Todo.
¿Esperas ese apoyo para ganar?
Para mi gente, a todo, me voy a ganar este fin de semana.
If something happens, are you ready to be on main event? I mean, instead of Khabib?
Absolutely, I'm ready to be main event. I'm already the main event. You take away the co, it says main event. It doesn't matter. I've always been that person that goes out there, steals the show, just making it happen. And like I said, I don't like to talk. I'm saving all my energy for this weekend. I don't like to bullshit talking.
How was the time off? I know you were rehabbing, but it sounds like you did a lot of reflecting during that time as well.
I changed myself as a man, and like I said, it's faith, family, friends for me, and keeping my circle small. And I'm trying to encourage these other fighters to be better and to allow themselves to be able to fail and to have some room for growth. Outside of the media, man, it's kind of hard to do it, but to paint this picture to be this ultimate fighter, you have to have the full fucking circle. So I have that full fucking circle, but I'm always adding new links to it.
Do you think the fighter should pay less attention to what the media says?
I can't speak for other fighters, to be real. The only fighter I can speak for is myself and my kid. He's a fighter too. So as far as me setting a good example for my little guy, I want him to be able to go back. I mean, there's like one incident where I threw a fucking stool further than Conor threw a dolly. So I mean, in that incident, that made me reflect on a whole bunch. Having my knee injury and having the surgery and having just a lot of doubt is exactly what I need for a guy like me to be able to persevere.
As it sort of set in, I know you're so focused on Anthony Pettis, but it wasn't that long ago that you were so close to a fight. Has it set in for you that the fight is happening?
Absolutely. I'm ready for the fight. I've been ready about 3 months ago. Even when I signed on the dotted line, I was ready. I was already peaking at my camp. I had to eat a whole bunch of fried food to be able to settle myself down. The camp's been no bullshit, man. I mean, you guys saw a lot of the training videos, and you saw a lot of the stuff that I didn't want you to see. I've been doing pommel horse. You guys know what pommel horse is?
Yeah, the gymnast uses it.
The gymnast use it, right? I'm on a whole different level of my strength game. In my abs. Just fucking rock right now. I'm ready to take on anybody, anytime, any fucking where. Anthony Pettis is the game opponent right now, and I think he has his hands full.
This is the first time you jumped on the pommel horse, and what made you want to do that?
I just saw so many different things in my game that I needed to upgrade on. And it's no bullshit. I mean, you can go in a gymnastics studio, but what's everybody go to? The rinks. You know, it's only one certain part of your body that you're doing. You're doing a lot of up and down, like just same kind of movements in CrossFit. All right, now what happens with the pommel horse? Are you doing a lot of like rotation on your shoulders, the same as like your hips when we're doing this? But we don't go and do so much on the shoulders. It's a weakness. And I would do these drills, and I'm not going to tell you. I'll maybe release the film later on. But I would do these drills because I did my homework and I was diligent about it. And every single day when I started at like 5 rotations. I'm up to 320 now. So now you got to understand that my shoulders, my biceps, everything's a little bit different about me, and I don't think anybody's ready for that. So if you take my athleticism and you times it by 10, yeah, that's fucking, I'm right there.
Did you discover that through the rehabilitation process, or was it a separate thing?
It was completely separate. It was something I wanted to do. Like I said, I quit drinking a long time ago before my injury, and I wanted to better myself, not only just mentally, but physically. I wanted to change my physique a little bit. I wanted to look a little bit more like the part, like the ultimate fucking fighter. And what better else to do that than to pay attention not only to your nutrition, but your lifting regimen. So yeah, I train trainers, but I have a bunch of trainers that actually they give me the pointers, and we have a collaboration. And you guys see the best things. You have Nike and whoever else. You have Reebok and whoever else. You have all these collaborations with a lot of these top athletes. I have collaborations with all of my trainers. We go to the mixer board and we throw in beats. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have one person throwing the beats. You got beats, lyrics, and then you have like the whole boom, 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 the producer. I'm the producer, man. So I like to produce a lot of stuff, and now here we are producing media.
Tony, how do you feel about obviously fight between 4 days and your fight? Who's next in line?
I don't give a fuck who's next in line, man. That's up to you guys. You guys want to promote me? I'm back. Yeah, I've never left. You took me how many months? It took me literally only a couple months to get it through everybody's head that I was on my fucking way back. It's really intense. I get it. I know it's intense. I'm really that way, but to have this battle, you guys want to see my scar?
Yeah,
please. Yeah, check it out.
I think, Tony, some of the reason folks were not convinced to be back soon was the scar. It looked nasty on Instagram.
It is nasty. But I collect scars, man. It's cool as fuck. Chicks dig scars. My wife loves it.
Wow.
Check it out.
Wow.
Jesus.
So I mean,
How many
staples.
staples?
I've got some anchors in there. I've been kicked. I don't know how many times I said for this camp. But the fun fact is I'm a gamer, man. I'm a competitor, and when you're a competitor, look at all these top athletes that are out there, and they're doing all these different things. I'm listening to some of these fighters in the back, and I'm telling them, and they're talking about cutting weight, and that's like the biggest, hardest part about this whole fight game. I'm like, that's the easiest. Get your shit together. Green means go. Green means growth. It's like, it's not that hard. If you prepare your own food, you're gonna lose weight cooking it. I guarantee you, you're gonna be sweating. And if you put that energy inside your food and you actually start growing your own food, you're gonna appreciate it a lot more. You're gonna start drinking a little bit more water. You're gonna add those nutrients. I wasn't bullshitting when I was talking about that stuff. It's hard to maintain a plant. How many of you guys have plants? I have a couple, right? I have roses, I have avocados, I have jalapenos, I have tomatoes growing. I'm actually fucking worried about my tomato plants right now because I had to leave them. But the funny part was I had to have faith and know that I took care of them in the right way to be able to have that. Because if you're not there and you don't have that stimulus like everybody else, if I were to do this by myself, I wouldn't be here. You get that? This has been a completely group effort, even from the media, man. Even my man right here. You know, even my guy right here too, and even my boy right here from Submission Radio. Like, these are the guys that have always had my back. These are the ones that have always pushed me forward. Like, Luke Thomas was the one that helped me write my stuff for The Ultimate Fighter. You guys don't understand that. So I have a different kind of relationship with this cat. Me and him, we battle back and forth, man, but my lifting got better because of this shit. You get that? I had to fucking take on a strength and conditioning coach. And to be able to laugh at yourself and to be able to grow from it, that says a lot more as a person and as a man. And I hope you all can take fucking notes on it. Like, literally, and I know like today's a different approach for me, and I really hope that you guys see that it's not about who's next in line for me. It's about who's now. It really is about who's now. Like Dustin Poirier and Nate Diaz, the great fighters, man. Fuck, seriously, I remember watching the HBO thing from Dustin Poirier, right? Me and my wife, we watched that. And we're like, yeah, that's the guy that got his shit together. You know, you got Nate Diaz. He's a lot of talk, but I mean, he's Mexican. I got to fucking represent with him too. It's a different kind of mental.
Is that the knee injury that's making you realize?
Absolutely not. I just think that everybody's starting to pay a little bit more attention now. Unfortunately, injuries happen. Like I said, if you're hurt, you dust yourself off. You get back in the game.
Did you ever have a moment where you looked at the scar, you looked at the timeline, and were a little bit down about what was going on. Did you ever have a moment where you had to sort of take some time, or were you this positive from the get-go?
I thought it was gonna be 3 months. I was ready to go at 3 to 2 months. Like seriously, when I broke my arm and I had stable or like my thing, I put so many small goals. Small goals. I don't have to reiterate on all those, but I put so many small goals to myself, and I kept busy. I didn't like the feeling of laying in bed hurt. I didn't like that feeling of having a throbbing feeling in my knee. So what I do? I got my ass up. I walked around. I started doing things. Started picking up things. If you're lost in the woods and somebody's going nuts, you tell them go pick up some fucking rocks. Here, I need this color one. I need this over here. I need this. It's survival, man. I'm a survivalist. I survive in that cage, but I shine under pressure. I call it going diamond. And it's going hard. How hard? Fuck, you can take a piece of shit and even compact it over the years from a dinosaur and still make a fucking diamond. So that shit where you say you can't make a diamond from a piece of shit, that's bullshit. Straight up, that's bullshit.
Have you spoken to the UFC? Will they allow you to take your belt with you into the octagon when you walk into the fight against Anthony Pettis?
I don't have to walk into it with the octagon. I don't have to do it. I'm walking with it right now. And I wanted you guys to see that I carry it around. Not all the time, but I carry it around when it matters the most, which is right now.
Where else have you taken it thus far?
Nowhere. I don't carry my belt around. I don't walk around. I don't have people kissing my ass. I don't have people at my facility say a bunch of shit and just a whole bunch of people. I don't need to be. I don't need to be surrounded by a bunch of people. I fucking don't. I don't want that. You think I can focus when I have all you guys around me? Fuck no. You guys would be like, Tony, how do you do that shit? Oh my gosh. And it'd just be like, oh wow, oh my god, here, take my arm. I don't want that. You know what? I save it for when the time matters, and I have fun with it, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy putting the media out there and to see what kind of reaction I can get. I'm trolling the trolls. Have you guys ever seen that? It's fucking crazy. But I love doing it because everybody thinks it's so serious. I'm just like, man, you guys are just fucking just like way over. My genius is too far-fetched for a lot of you guys.
Do you believe we can look after plants?
What's that?
Do you believe we can look after our plants?
I believe you can. You take my notes. You guys can do that, man. Like seriously, I'm gonna recommend to every single one of you: start a plant, right? See how hard it is to maintain a fucking plant, and if you let that thing die, you're probably not taking care of yourself enough. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about stress. You're talking about drinking too much caffeine. You're talking about because you guys are fucking wired, man. You guys are. We're up here. We're doing our thing, and I get it. I have to re-talk, man.
Tony, do you have a point to prove, not to others this weekend, but maybe to yourself?
No. My point was to that next day. I said I went to the facility, my academy. I don't call it a gym. I'm not a jock. I'm a student. I'm a trainer. We call it academy. I call it the Sandlot actually. So when I'm hitting up my homies, we're going to the Sandlot. I send them a meme, right? Like how I play Gift Wars. You guys see me on Twitter, right? I send like Benny the Jet Rodriguez fucking sitting there being like this hitting the home run, and everybody's like, we're going to the Sandlot. We know what that means. That means we're going to work. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to have fun throughout the whole entire process. If you're not having fun, you're going to get old in the sport very fucking quick. And a lot of the hype yes, I love it. I love the hype. I love the shit talk. I love the dollies thrown. I love the stools thrown. I love the whole aura. If you don't love it, get the fuck out. Seriously. If you're not here and enjoying even the weightlifting process, that's it.
Well, in terms of championship belts now, obviously the one you have there and the main event is Saturday night. What's the ideal scenario for you going forward? And the result of the main event is, those fights would be falling out in the past for the UFC. Like
I want to see them show. I want to see them show up. I signed up with Khabib. I don't know how many fucking times. I mean, you guys know. And I signed up with Conor too, and he ducked me as well.
When was that?
Shit, ask him, man. I mean, the dude actually literally. I signed on a dotted line, and he never signed. So I don't know if you guys know that. Yeah, that shit was never out there. Conor literally ducked me, okay? Like, I signed on it.
What event was that for, you know?
I don't even remember. I'll have to go back and I'll post it on Twitter or something like that.
¿Este cinturón es tuyo entonces?
Sí, esto yo. Wanna hold it? Check it out. Pass it around like a joint.
¿Qué le dices a la gente de México que va a ver en Open TV tu pelea, que te está apoyando?
Gracias a mi gente, voy a ganar este fin de semana. Yo estoy listo, preparado, muy dado y duro todo el tiempo en este campo. Es muy difícil para mi familia, en todo, mi esposa también. No hay nadie que mi esposa sentido la energía malo y bien Es muy difícil para mi familia, pero esta parte es muy divertido para nosotros.
¿Qué pensabas los 5 meses? Es un milagro que estés aquí.
Es fácil. Durante los 5 meses es fácil para yo, porque durante todo el tiempo yo estoy muy ocupado. Cuando yo estoy muy ocupado no tengo la energía para pensar sobre las malos.
Tony, Anthony was just in here a minute ago saying that he wants a war on Saturday night. When you look in his eyes, do you think he's actually ready for that? Do you think he's got that within him to go toe-to-toe with you?
He shook my hand like a man. I laid my fern down and he didn't step in front of it. So if you guys are familiar with the way like we do, we're here. My coaches, my crew. Coach Billy, he's a badass motherfucker, and a lot of people don't understand my crew. I know Muay Thai. I'm almost there to that black belt level, but I don't need a belt to tell me what level I'm at. I don't even need this belt, but it's cool as fuck, right? I love it.
Just before, when you were saying that Conor ducked you, in an interview he spoke about how when he looked at you and Pettis, he wasn't really that excited to come back. What did you make of that?
I think he's more excited about drinking proper whiskey on his fucking on the stage. What kind of a knucklehead is going to be drinking like that in front of everybody, trying to set an example? I get it. You got money. It's chill. You want to come back to the sport, and you're not taking 150% serious. You're going to get fucking hurt, regardless of who's in front of you. Anthony Pettis and myself, we're the true main event. You have Khabib. He's got a lot of heat, man. Same as I. Conor's gotten a lot of heat. We get heat from everybody. You guys got to realize, if you're the champ or you're not the champ, we get heat from all the media. You guys set the standard. And that's the one part that I really dislike about it. Because if there's some kind of news, good news, bad news, fake news, you guys fucking run with it. But I'm not going to criticize you guys. I'm just going to say that it's up to us to be able to promote that media, and you guys to either see yes or no, we're not going to promote it. And that's going to make or break you guys really in the end. Because the fans see it now. The fans see the truth. They see this shit. I've opened their eyes for this stuff. You get what I'm saying? And they're following me. I've opened up my demographics. You guys realize that I've quintupled my numbers, and I haven't even fought in a year. I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of followers I have, but it's not about followers. It's about actually making a difference. So,
Well, is everything here devastating? Are you thinking along those lines? If you overcome Pettis in terms of pushing towards the title shot?
to be real, this is a stylistic matchup. I see him starting to throw some elbows, but he's throwing them wrong. I'm the elbow machine inside there. And like I said, in Josh Thompson, he pissed me off. He stepped over my fern, so let me reiterate back to that story. Anthony Pettis, I opened my hand. Now look, you can either be condescending, or you can be very open when you meet people. So watch how people start shaking your hands. I'm going to share that with you, okay? So just start watching how people start shaking your hands and how you start shaking people's hands. So that way you can alter and you can actually put your mindset if you really want to start fucking with those guys. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Pettis is a genuine guy. I see that. He's got his kid. We don't like bullies. You get that? Sometimes the media are bullies, man, and sometimes you guys feed the trolls. But I'm not a troll. You guys watch that movie Trolls? Yeah, it's fucking crazy, right? I'm not one that was all sad, depressed, and I fucking found my shit. It's just cool as fuck, man. It's awesome. I love it. This is my shit.
Tony, how much
This is for my family, dude. This is for me, standing up tall. This walking tall. You know what walking tall means? Walking with pride. Walking with, not ashamed. I'm here, man. Yeah, I had my fucking surgery. Yeah, I fell on a fucking cable. I'm still fucking smiling. You get it? I'm not Eminem. I am from Michigan. I'm Midwest tough and West Coast savvy. You know, I spit bars and I don't want to. But I really enjoy what I'm doing. I'm really excited to be able to go out there and demonstrate for you guys what I have been practicing. You know, I don't know if I'm going to do a flare in the middle of the fucking ring or not, but I've been practicing the pommel horse. I've been taking these new approaches to up my game because I believe that you guys deserve that. Not just me, but just you guys, because that's what you guys are paying for. You guys are paying for, I don't know, how much, $60 for a pay-per-view? Don't be live streaming that bullshit. You guys need to fucking pay for that stuff, seriously. So any of you guys live streaming that over there, take notes. If you really want to see me fight, fucking seriously, drop some ducats, get a whole bunch of people, order some fucking pizzas, get a couple beers, or for my case, get a couple root beers, save me one, and seriously, enjoy the show. And Doc, I'm gonna tell you, I mix a hell of a drink for you guys. Bartender, straight up. And I'll still continue to do that. You know, maybe later on in the future I want to, but like I said, I enjoy these fucking ripples in my stomach, and I love the way that I'm feeling up here and in here, and in this part.
What did you think of the main event from UFC 223? Were you surprised that Anthony didn't end up fighting Khabib and it was Al instead? And what did you think of Khabib's performance against Al?
I believe, honestly, Al took it the wrong way. I mean, Khabib fought a guy that was a lower ranked fighter, and of course he won. I mean, it was going to be like that. It was like with him fighting Nate Orchard. Nothing against Nate, but a game opponent, it's hard for me to accept that this guy is a champ fighting somebody that was lower ranked than myself. This belt means a little bit more. This is the real fucking belt. I don't know if you guys realize that. This is the real shit.
Why did you bring the belt on?
Because this is the real shit. Whatever trophy that they're fighting for, this has got 10 fights in a row. You guys realize that? This has got time, energy, sweat, blood invested into it. Think about it like this. If I wanted to be the CEO position of this company, I started from the fucking mail room. I started from delivering fucking mail, man. I was fucking that guy walking around like happy as fuck. Why? Because they gave me a shot. And I knew where it could take me. So like, honestly, I love this company. I love fighting for this company. Making weight is the easiest part. You know, I'm only like 5 pounds away, guys.
You and
awesome?
You and Khabib are both known for having your impressive win streaks. What do you think about the fact that after this pay-per-view this weekend, you might both be on 11-0 in the UFC?
What'd you say?
The fact that you and Khabib both might be riding 11-fight win streaks. You guys are constantly sort of neck and neck.
It's cool. I mean, literally, I stopped counting the numbers. So instead, I start stacking chips in a department which it's not literal, like that's a metaphor. I started stacking like more talent. You get what I'm saying? What does talent do for you? It stacks chips. You keep stacking those chips and you keep stacking those accolades. That's how I got this job. I tried out for the Ultimate Fighter 3 times. 3 times. The first time it was 185 pounds. They're like, what are you doing here, kid? I made it all the way to the end. I was like, I was just here to support my friend. Well, you're good, but you're too skinny. All right, cool. I'll come back. I went to 155 pounds. I spent all of my money that I had for my fight with David Gardner, right? And I spent all that fucking money, and I didn't even make it past the first round. They told me, if you get submitted, just keep moving. If you have a certain kind of like a submission on you, just keep moving. Motherfucker, I had it in my head. I was like, yeah, okay, they had a front guillotine. I was like, all right, fuck, I can't demonstrate anything. I tapped, and I went on. They didn't choose me. Hard lesson learned, man. Fuck, the third time, I went in there like a job, like how you guys went in for your job. Made a fucking 1-page resume, okay? A 1-page, you know what a 1-page is, right? Yeah, we all know it. You don't want to bore everybody with the same shit. 1 page, and I put all my accolades, all-state, all-American, state champ, national champ. I put football state champ, I put baseball semi-state finals. Like all these different things, and certificates of merit, and I put them all in clean sleeves. You get this? Like I was going for a CEO position, I put it on there, and the manager at the time, Troy Brown, made me a fucking CD. And it was a DVD of a highlight film. It was the one piece of the puzzle that I needed to get my job, my career that I needed. And I put it all together and I said, take me. You need to take me. Why? This is what I've been working on. You told me to keep working and I did it. This is my 3rd time. This is here. I'm here in front of you, asking you to fucking take me. Seriously. So why do I carry this belt around? Because I have a dope-ass trophy to go with it, and I don't want to carry that thing around.
You said before about 185.
Someone has to follow it. You said on Tuesday they took your belt away. They took zeros from the paycheck. So are you trying to send a message?
I'm the champ.
The belt is not being defended.
I'm the champ. I'm the champ. That's how it is in my head. People that they're like, you can't call yourself. It's a nickname I have adopted. My trainers call me champ, and it's not because I am, regardless if I lose or not, I'm still going to be called the champ. You guys get that? Because I've earned that title. You don't call like Julio Cesar Chavez nothing but the fucking champ. You get that? I've earned that title. So regardless if we're fighting for the fucking trophy, the belt, the title, or whatever it is, I'm still the motherfucking champ. In my head, and to my trainers, and to my family. But to my family, I'll always be the champ. You guys got to realize that. And to your families, you guys will always be the fucking champ. That's why I tell you yourself to represent yourselves really well. Seriously, because later on in the future, your kids are going to be looking at these interviews and all the questions that you're asking, and they're going to be like, Pops, why'd you guys fucking ask that shit?
You spoke before about 185, trying out for
Would you be willing to step into
Absolutely. I prepared diligently for a lot of this. I don't have to explain it, man. I'm running out of words for you guys. I mean, seriously, I prepared really smart. one of my performance coaches, Ren, he's really good with me, and it's champ shit only. You get what I'm saying? Champ shit only is that term where it's, if you're not consistently testing yourself and you're not after practice. I didn't call pterodactyls this fight camp. You get what I'm saying? There was no pterodactyl being called. Why? Because I was healthy and I had the right mindset. I was going in eating right before. I was resting right. I was pushing myself to limits. I think the average time we got out of practice was like 3 o'clock at night in the morning. You know, that's after doing my sprints, that's after doing my tire carries, that's after doing my tire drags, my pommel horse drills, my abs consistently, because consistency times effort equals confidence. Let's snap into it. You know, I bridge that gap between trainers and athletes, but I have a collaboration with my trainers right now. I don't train my trainers right now. Right now, it's a collaboration. We're all getting better. And it's a collaboration with you guys right now because I'm making you guys better. You guys realize this, right? Take notes.
Tony, the main event then, you know, in terms of the fight,
For the weight class for the final fight? For the main event? They're both game opponents, man. I think that there's a lot of hype. Khabib does a lot of good when there's a lot of hype, especially when there's a lot of hate. Conor can say as much as he wants, but he's the kind of a guy like me, like Khabib, that's maybe the one thing that we could relate to. When we have that energy, we channel it. I'm Mexicano. I'm Mexicano. You know what I mean? And when somebody talks shit to me, I'm gonna be like, I'll catch you later, buddy.
Tony, after the injury, the belt, is that maybe a statement towards Conor and Khabib that, you know, you're still there? You're going around holding the belt?
No, it's just for me. It really is, because I want to see the pictures of my ass fucking holding this thing on stage.
Tony, ¿te gustó escucharte hablar así? Eres un hombre nuevo, como lo dijiste, como el Fénix, el ave Fénix. Eres nuevo. A new man, like a phoenix, as you said yesterday. We watched yesterday also, so strong with the stars and all the stuff. ¿Qué le dices a la gente de México que lucha?
Tengo sangre puro peleador y azteca, puro mexicano. Yo no tengo las palabras fuertes para mi gente porque yo tengo los movimientos en la física, en la mental, en la emocional, en el todo y en mi cuerpo. Yo siento mejor de todas mis peleas. Yo siento este pelear es el camino verdad para yo.
I look the pride in your eyes, the smile, la sonrisa, el brillo en los ojos. Es un nuevo Cucuy.
Sí. I'm a new guy. I'm a new man. I'm a new Kukui. It's that character, right? But inside, I'm a whole new person. You guys have to realize that I've completely changed my method of thinking, my method of training, just my methodology of putting entertainment out there. I've realized that I've created this character, this idea. It's not an icon. Fuck the icons. It's an idea, and I've made it, and I stuck with it. And a lot of people are starting to like it.
Un saludo a la gente de México por último, ¿no? Un saludo.
Gracias, mi gente. Me voy a pelear este fin de semana. Siga yo a Tony Ferguson NXT.
I know that you don't have any trouble making 155, but you've told us before how you have plans somewhere down the line to maybe go to 170. How necessary do you think it would be to add 165, the 165-pound division to the UFC? Something a lot of fighters want.
I think they're lazy. I think the fighters are lazy. Get your shit together. If you can't make 170 or 155 pounds, you don't belong in this fucking UFC. It's not boxing. If Dana wants to make 165 pounds, that's cool, man. It's on him. It's with him in the UFC. But me personally, I won the Ultimate Fighter at 170. I won my title at 155 pounds. I like collecting trophies, but these are my two divisions. I used to knock everybody out at 170 pounds. Literally knocked everybody out. TKO or a knockout. And I didn't want to start submitting people until literally they got faster and slipperier. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can still knock them out. But when you drop weight, like Anthony Pettis did at 145 pounds, you lose power. You lose that strength. You start focusing on different things. Like myself, I got my black belt from Eddie Bravo, right? But I put in time. You guys have no idea the amount of fucking time I put in. Coach is like, you don't lose anything. I'm like, I had a good fucking coach. When you have good coaching, you're gonna remember this shit. My Muay Thai is on point. My boxing's been on point since before I even got to the UFC. I was breaking jaws, man, even before I fucking started going for the belt. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole complete game that I had to start learning. And I'm not even barely scratching the surface. I don't even know everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm still